If you're liking what you're seeing, feel free to share the stream. Jimbo will be with you in a moment. Bruh.
This is
Another one.
yeah. What's going on, yo? Um, this is weird. I don't really do the just chatting thing because, to be honest, it's a pain in the ass. It's weird because it's basically a one-handed conversation. I have a lot of lurkers, which is fine. I'm just glad that you're supporting. But it's gotten, I don't know. It's this whole gaming thing has gotten nuts. I was asked, why are you playing such an old ass game? I'm playing Zelda, Breath of the Wild. And I just said, I don't really have much to try because it's something that I wanted to do. I wanted to get into it. How do I explain the stream? The gaming industry for me is lackluster. It's lost itself. Where did it lose itself? I don't know. Every time I open up TikTok, every time I open up YouTube, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, it's negative. Everything is negative. Why is it negative? I don't know. People are throwing names back and forth of, woke this or, what's the new jargon now? Patriotic something. And it's weird. It's weird. I'm grasping little tidbits here and there from certain videos, and I'm getting companies that are asking for more money for the games that they're making. And for me, I find that to be disrespectful as hell. A lot of these games that they come out with aren't great. They're not good at all, to be quite honest with you. They lack vision. Today I saw a thing about the EA CEO saying that the reason why Dragon Age Veilguard fails because it wasn't a live service game. Why are you going to live service? Well, mainly because it's where they make money. Think about it. Most of these games now, you need to pay to play. Well, not really. That's the wrong term. Pay to win. Some of these companies are actually being slick with it. For instance, this gentleman here, he asks, what is it, FIFA? These sports games, they do sports games. That's what they're known for. That's what they're famous for. But yet, the guy did an article saying that if you wanted to see this, if you wanted to gain every great player in his arsenal, whatever, in that game, the guy did, and again, this is, I wish I could remember his name. I want to give him a shout out because he's the main reason why it kind of lit a fire under me, and it kind of annoyed me at the same time, that the player would have to invest at least $50,000 in order to gain every great player in that game. And that FIFA, if you look at it, FIFA is just a copy paste of the game before that and the game before that and the game before that. All they did is just add a new character, a new player to the mix, and that's not really great. That's not really designing a game. Anybody can copy paste. You know, you're not putting that effort into making a game anymore. And then, to me, I feel like they're grooming gamblers. Like they're grooming potential gamblers. Because have you noticed lately that when you're I don't know, going through Snapchat, scrolling through TikTok, scrolling through YouTube, or hell, even listening in on your freaking favorite podcast, you're listening to a commercial that cuts in every now and then. That's, hey, you want to gamble this and gamble on that? We're offering a gambling app that you can gain this much money. And if you sign up now, we'll give you, I don't know, $20, but you got to use it within 48 hours or, you lose the $20. And people are like, oh, I'll sign up for it. Gain that $20. And I'll just cash out and just have $20 in my pocket. Nay, they thought about that. No, it's strictly for gambling. And then they force you to gamble. And if you do win, you gain $20 and whatever the hell you win in the pot. But then that enables you to do more, just like in any casino. That's why people bet their homes and shit like that, and they lose everything. Like, and I find it funny that when they go for those gambling addictions, because that's what it was mainly before, at least when I was younger, anything that had to do with gambling, it was for addiction. You want to, stop gambling addiction, visit suchandsuch.com or dial 1-900-800 GAMBLE-STOP. I don't know. But now it's just like, hey, you want to gamble? You got celebrities pushing the gambling thing. But now they're doing it in video games. Genshin Impact, Call of Duty, Fortnite, FIFA. It's all gambling. Give me your real money, which you already spent. What are we charging now? $70 an hour? An hour, what am I saying? $70 per game. Because the graphics are getting better now. $70. And then Rockstar, I believe, wants to charge $100 for the video game because it's getting expensive to make it. No, you're being irresponsible in making the game. You're hyping up all these outlets and everything, putting commercials out, putting these people out there to make all these games. Oh, this is a great game. This is this is that. And then the game flops. Hence, Dragon Age Veilguard. Then he says, oh no, it's because live service. If it was a live service game, we would have made money on it. No. Dragon Age was never a live service game. It was a dark gothic themed game. It was fun to play. I never played the last Dragon Age. That Veilguard, I didn't play it. I watched some of the people on YouTube and some of the people on here play the game, and I'm like, okay, the graphics seem childish. It seems cartoony. It seems like, Fortnite-ish. And then the propaganda thing that they were pushing on it. I don't want to talk to politics. I want the politics out of my game. My games, all these games that we have, is for escapism. I want to escape this world to enter this world. I want to fight wizards and dragons and whatnot. But instead I got this horned lady telling me that her pronouns are they, them. And it's basically throughout the whole game. If you watch, oh my God, what is his name? Endymion on YouTube. You watched him, Endymion and Hypnotic. I watched those two play that game. It was horrible. It was horrible. It was constantly pushing it. Like, oh, this person made the mistake of calling them by their sex. They made that mistake. And to make up for it, they did push-ups. They were constantly saying, hey, no. They don't go by this, they go by that. Why are you putting this in the game? Then I have, and it's just like my friends are telling me this. My friends in the LGB community are telling me, yo, like that's for me, Jay, I feel like it's disrespectful. I feel like they're just throwing it in my face just to shut me up. Say something about it. You have that power. You have that platform. I can't say nothing. I'm a straight man. Who am I to say anything about that? I have no dog in that fight. If that's the proper term. Say something. Because if I go and I say it, they're going to say, what do you want to say about this, breeder? What are you saying about this? You ain't even gay. You're not even... No, I'm not. But I find it odd that you don't get angry with it. You changed the gender of a character that was known for this specific gender, or you changed the color of this character, the race of this character to appease a certain gender, and they're catching you on your bullshit. They're catching you on your bullshit. I don't care. Just give it a good story. Give it a good reason to be there. You know who had a good character in there and didn't like push anything on you? And I know I'm gonna get trash for that because they're like that game was whack. Was Tiny Tina's Bunkers and Badasses, I believe it. No, something Wonderland. That's what it was. And it had a transgender night. I didn't have an issue with the transgender night. The transgender night wasn't trying to push an agenda on me. That person said, yo, let's fight this evil that's attacking my kingdom, my home, my town. I was like, say less. Let's give this bad guy the smoke. And we fought. And it was fun. It was fun. That was it. Yeah, you got people that are like, oh, why did they make this? Why did they make that? Because it is what it is. This is all fantasy. They're not throwing politics in it, really. But now they are. Now they are. And now they're asking for more money. They're asking for more money that isn't necessary. I'm sorry. I'm not in that gaming world. I don't create the video games. I just play them. And then you fire a whole bunch of people because the game didn't sell. People that love their job, people that did all this because they were trying to appease their bosses. The bosses wanted something. And then you talk to some of those people. You interviewed them and they asked them, what did you feel about this? They'd be like, look, I was just following orders. I followed orders and I lost my job for it. Why didn't you say something? Because if I said something, I'd get terminated, period. And look at where they got me now. Anyways, do you want fries with that? Like, that's the type of shit they're into right now. I mean, granted, I'm probably exaggerating because these people are very skillful. They've worked years in this field, and I'm pretty sure they'll land on their feet. I hope they do. But it's ridiculous. It is utterly ridiculous. I just want to sit down and enjoy a game. And every time I look on social media, on my TikTok, on my YouTube, on my Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. I'm sorry. They're pinning us against each other. It's gamer against gamer now. And it's sad. It really is. It really is. Oh, I believe in this. I believe in that. I just want to go back to when politics was like talking about your sex life. It was taboo. You like playing video games? So do I. Let's play. Let's go defeat that person or defeat that guild or whatever. And, we enjoy ourselves in the spoils of war or whatever the hell you want to call it. But no. It's all you or you're against me for this and you're against me for that. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I just want to go back to my fantasy world. I want to don the armor and fight a dragon. Fight a monster use magic to fly, being a cybernetic machine to fight an alien race that's attacking Earth. That's what I want to do. I don't want to ask the pronouns of that animal, of that being, that alien race. Like, why does that have to be here? They don't care. Now, I know I'm going to catch heat for it. I'm going to catch slack for it. But you had trans scars in a fantasy world where they had assassins that could change their appearance. Poop. I'm this person that I have to be in order to assassinate that thing. That's what they did. But no. And don't get me wrong, it's fine. I don't care. It is what it is. But it was just kind of odd. It was just kind of odd. Like, why, if this is a medieval realm or whatever you want to call it, why would you add something that had that? It's magic. Why would you want to, me personally, if you want to think about it, nobody likes surgery. That's pain. And you have to take prescribed medicines, drugs, whatever you want to call it, in order to not feel that pain when you're going through the surgery and after the surgery. So, if I'm living in a magic realm where I can change my appearance, why would I want to go under the knife? You understand where I'm coming from with this? I know, it's weird, but I'm tired of seeing people going at each other just because of what one person believes or one person thinks. You know, you got one person that's like, hey, you're stupid for doing this. You got another person saying, hey, you're ignorant for doing that. You know, you got to think about what you're talking about here. Oh, well, that's because you're not this, you're not that. Okay. So what does this have to do with the video games? What does this have to do with any of it? Can we just get back to the story? No? Okay, that's fine. We'll add it into everything else. That is perfectly fine. But yet you're going to get mad because I don't want to buy your game. You're going to get mad at other players, well, other gamers, your clientele, basically. You're going to get angry at them for not buying your game because it does not sit well with them. It's not something that interests them. And then you have the audacity to tell them, if you don't like it, don't buy it. Well, it's just like this stream at this moment in time. Some people don't like what I got to say. Some people find it boring. They move on. I'm not going to cry about it. It is what it is. Someone will eventually watch it. Someone will eventually interact with me or whatever. Whether it be, you know, if it was... Oh, what's going on, Corey? Welcome, brother. It's just disrespectful. The fact that I gotta get shit on. Nah, I'm just bothered by this, bro. But because I choose not to play this game, this is what they show you. They tell you this particular group doesn't want to play this game because they're against this particular group. No, they're not into the game because of whatever the hell you're pushing. Whatever the hell you're making is not their cup of tea. So I don't like FIFA. I don't play FIFA. I don't like the NFL games. I don't play the NFL games. You like Lawnmower Simulator? By all means, play Lawnmower Simulator. It's not my cup of tea. I'm not going to buy it. Does that make me a bad person? Or because, you just hateful against lawnmowers, bro? Like, really? My friends play Farming Simulator. I tried it. It's okay. I can play it with them. We have fun with it. But to play it by myself, bleh. And one of you guys bought me that game. And I appreciate it. But I deleted it because I don't really play like that. Not that type of game. It was fun playing with the homies. Don't get me wrong. But again, not my cup of tea. But I'm sorry. Everything now has raised up in prices. Inflation is what they're calling it. Because of prices going up, we got to raise up the prices of these things. And now everyone suffers. So now you're going to tell me I'm already paying $70 on top of my bills, my other expenses. I got to pay $70 for this video game that's basically incomplete. Basically incomplete. I had a friend tell me about Avowed. I think that's the name. And they were saying that, it's going to play 60. They're saying that it's going to play 60 frames per second, but it's going to be janky. I don't know what the hell that term janky is. I don't know if it's going to be crashing, if it's buggy. Who knows? But why are you going to release a game if it's going to be janky? That makes no sense to me. So you're going to release the game that's buggy because whatever, I'm going to make my money back on these people because they like the game. I don't know if Avowed's a new franchise or whatever, or if it's something that's been out for a while. I looked it up. It looks cool. The fact that I can akimbo wands, not akimbo, dual wield wands. You look like a medieval gunslinger type thing. I think that's the term, and it's a proper term for it. I thought it was cool, but if it's buggy, why are you going to spend $70 on the game? And then he tells me, oh, no, you ain't got to worry about it, bro. It's going to be free on day one on the Game Pass. Well, technically, it's not free because you're paying for the Game Pass on Xbox. So, yeah. And why? I mean, I'll be honest. To me, my personal opinion, I think that's why a lot of these game companies are losing money. Because you can wait for it to play it on Game Pass and just be done with it. But they're like, oh, well, if you pay this much money now, if you pre-order it, you'll get it this much in advance. How much in advance? A week? My man, I think I'll wait. I'm not that much of a diehard to be playing the game straight out. Hell, since high school, my friends have tried and tried over and over and over to try to get me to be at a midnight release, to play a game, to get ahead of all these fools on Call of Duty. Nah, I'm all set. I suck at the game anyways. I'll play it with someone else. For real. For real. And the reason why it appears on Game Pass after that is because the popularity died down. The popularity died down. I mean, I know I'm all over the place with this, but it is what it is. How can you come out with this game and not show anything for it? Because you don't care. At least that's what we're getting as a consumer. You don't care. You got my money. Bye. Kick rocks. Be gone. So a lot of these things are digital now. You're paying for a game. You're not even getting a disc, really. It's digital. So people are getting refunds because the games are trash. Refunds. I mean, the reason why I'm annoyed by it is because of, and I know it's basically kicking a dead horse. I don't even know the term correctly, but Destiny. I think that was EA's baby too. Didn't EA take over Destiny for a bit? I don't know. Maybe I should do research before doing these things. But then again, I'm not a journalist. That's what you got these people on YouTube for. Destiny was so incomplete to me. And because it was free, I downloaded it. And I started it from scratch just to see how it would be like, because I didn't remember the game too much. I remembered how the beginning was. I remember how it ended and all that jazz. But I definitely remembered that it left me questioning everything. why am I fighting these particular alien races? So when I played Destiny again, which was about a few weeks ago, I was beside myself with anger because the first thing they'd give you was the whole backstory, why the Guardians showed up, blah, 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 blah. You know, who these alien races are and what the Guardian had to do with that and why they're here on Earth attacking us and all that jazz and morass. So I had a friend of mine tell me, well, they had the lore and the cards and whatever that you collected. That's fine. But why am I going to read lore? I'll pick up the book. Come out with a story. I'll read the story. It is what it is. I'd rather play the game. And yeah, I'm one of the old school cats that don't mind a cutscene. Now, if the cutscene is freaking 10 minutes with only 5 minutes of gameplay in between each one, then I'm going to be like, yo, my man, that's excessive. But I'm playing Destiny and I'm getting the full freaking story. And I mean, they added shit because I know for damn sure it wasn't in the beginning of the damn game. They added a guardian that you meet inside there, and you're trying to help him rescue 3 of his battle buddies or whatever the hell you want to call it. And you know, newsflash, I know, spoiler alert, maybe they were all unalived in the game by monsters. I'm like, wow, that's a complete thing right here that I got, and it actually makes me feel like I'm enjoying this. Now, mind you, when I played the game, there were 3 factions: Titans, Warlocks, and Hunters. You go through that whole beginning process. You get sent to the tower, which is basically the home base. And they only introduce you to the Titan and they only introduce you to the Warlock, but they don't introduce you to the Hunter. But I remember in Destiny 1, I was introduced to the Hunter. He was a robot. I forgot his name. Jesus, I'm so bad at this. But in this one, they don't introduce him. Now, I understand in Destiny 2, he was unalived by the Awoken race or whatever. And he was just basically dealt for it. And I'm like, damn, that sucks. I never played that part of the DLC, but yeah, that sucks to hear. I refuse to pay money to that freaking thing because I'm like, yo, that's a waste of money. They left everything unanswered to me. And that's what a lot of these games are doing. They're leaving a lot of shit unanswered. Or when they release the games, it's all buggy. So tell me why you want $100 for a game that may or may not be amazing. I'm sorry, Grand Theft Auto was a play on everything. I mean, it was like South Park. Nobody was safe. Everybody got it. Everybody. And then all of a sudden, like, oh, we got to be nice to these particular groups here because these jokes aren't really great. Well, if you change the radio station, they had other groups making fun of other groups, so why didn't you hit them up? Oh, no, we're going to take care of that too. Your game is named after a felony. And you want to be nice? Your job is to rob people, commit crimes, sell narcotics in the game. But, oh, don't say nothing about this person. Don't say nothing about that person. That's not nice. But yeah, go and rob them and take their money. You can literally pick up a lady of the night, do your business transaction, and then unalive that person and get your money back in that game. Again, illegal in real life. So why is it not now? Whatever. Where do you get off on that? How is that not okay? If that's the case, then don't make Grand Theft Auto at all. Hell, change the name, make something else. Saints Row tried to do it and they failed. They failed miserably. Saints Row basically took everything that was in Grand Theft Auto and turned it on its ear. You can run around with a sex toy and beat the snot out of a person. That's the Saints Row I remember. You walked around with a big purple, what would be the proper word where I wouldn't get in trouble? A phallus, I think that's what the other technical term is. And you literally just beat the snot on it. And then this thing was a floppy doppy one too. It was about as long as my friggin' arm. And you beat the snot out of them. You can run around in a gimp suit if you chose. You know? It was a fun game. It was a fun game. Yeah, that was in 3. Like, that's the stuff that I miss, that I love, because it's a fantasy game. Come on now. You get arrested for walking around with something like that in real life. Hell, it'd be the same thing with Grand Theft Auto, huh? Running in with pew-pews blazing. Give me everything in the register. You're running a narcotics business online to make money. In real life, that's a no-no. In real life, you go to jail for that. But it's okay in the game. It's funny. You can commit all these type of atrocities on a video game, and that's fine. But to speak, that's bad. But to speak about something is horrible. To say, jokes, that's normally what it is. It's jokes. You don't like it, don't listen to the radio station. Doesn't matter. I mean, if you're going to get into that, if you walk around in that game, if you literally walk around in that game, you can get insulted by the NPCs walking on the street, saying that you look like a soup sandwich. What was the other one? You smell like seven somethings of sheep shit. Like, they were literally insulting you. And you're like, the fuck? Pop. Or you punch them and you get into a fist fight with an NPC right there in the middle of the game. And it was funny. It was funny. Some of the stuff that they said to you was hilarious. Your mama should have swallowed you. You look like something that got left on your mama's back. Something like that, I heard. I'm like, yo. What? You should have been something that was left at the end of your daddy's sock. Yo. Get out of here. But no. We've gone into this realm of we got to be friendly. Don't get me wrong. We do got to be friendly. We got to be nicer to people. That's the way it's got to be. You know? But to take video games and try to instill realism into it, do it with another LP. Make your own game and make it a part of that. And if people choose to buy it, then great. You made an awesome game. But when you take in something as beloved as Dragon Age Veilguard, as Grand Theft Auto, as Monster Hunter Rise, I think that's right? Monster Hunter Rise? Whatever. Taking games like that and you change it all, basically turn it on its head and not make it what it was originally known for, and then get mad at us because we didn't want to buy it because you ruined it. We're the ones that were bad for it. We're the ones that are being ignorant and bigoted and whatever the hell. How? You know, it's funny because you look at what's the game? Cyberpunk 2077. You look at No Man's Sky. Games like that, when they first came out, they were buggy as shit. They were failing left and right. And people walked away. But these companies cared because it was their baby, it was their creation. They wanted to make something great. They wanted you to enjoy it the way they wanted you to have it done. And they went back to the drawing board and said, yo, we got to fix this. We got to fix this ASAP. We just put years of our lives working endless hours to try to create this, and it fell flat on its face. We don't want these people to walk away. Let's get this shit fixed now. Now look at Cyberpunk. That shit is amazing. You look at No Man's Sky. It's playable again. Could it have been that way when they first got it? We got more people? Yes. They fixed it. And now it's popular again. Somewhat popular. You know, we don't want to gas them up too much, I guess. But you got things that are being attacked left and right because someone doesn't like it. Oh, why'd you make this girl with such big chests and their booty cheeks hanging out of everything? Unfortunately, it sells. Yeah, there's some women that don't like it, but that's a small percentage. Because some women do want to be that person, want to be having that sex appeal, but at the same time being a total badass. I'm not complaining. I like it, you know what I'm saying? But then I'm a dude, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I fall on my sword for that. But it is what it is. You have that. You had these people attacking Black Myth Wukong because they didn't have women in it. If you played the damn game, you would notice there was a woman in it. There were actually quite a few, if I'm not mistaken. And they were very pretty. And they were very badass. And then you look at oh my God, I just drew a blank. I had the name in there and then it left. But you had that going for you. You had, oh my God, Stellar Blade. A woman protagonist. And she was beyond beautiful. Beyond beautiful. She was a robot, though. So, not really real. But then again, it's a game. It's not real. But these things were getting attacked left and right for it. But now everybody's like, oh, you can't make them too attractive. And then when they were mad about it with Black Myth, the creator of Black Myth said to him, yo, I don't know about you guys, but we're not a part of your shit. This is China. That's America. We do what we feel like. It's our game. They didn't say it like some of our creators did, where if you don't like it, don't buy it. And then I find that ridiculous. You ever seen High on Life? Have you played High on Life? That game had all kinds of things. That game was fun. And yes, it had what a lot of people would consider woke agendas, but the game was fun to play. You had like ridiculous things being said. You're running around with a talking alien gun that comes out with these quips and quirks that they say certain things. I found it fun as hell. Yeah, you ran across some characters that were having same-sex relationships. It's there. It's a space game, so I guess it's fine. We have it now, so why not have it in the future? But no. We're going to argue, and we're going to just keep arguing. We're going to keep throwing it in each other's faces. We're going to keep being disrespectful to one another because of what one person believes or because one person choose to, orientate themselves with or whatever. I just want to go back. I want to go back to making games fun. I want to go back to that. I want the games to be fun. I want the games to have an actual freaking story. I want to be immersed in a world that these people created that made me feel complete at the end. Hell, so good in fact that it's like I want to play it a second time to see what the hell I missed. That's a game. A game that can make you play it again. That's crazy. And I'm not talking about trophy hunting. Some people like that. Some people like to trophy hunt. I'm not really into that. If I come across it and I do it, I do it. It is what it is. Because I said it before and I'll say it again, dude. I get bored quick, fast. So if you want me, you see me play a game, you're going to see me wandering. That's because I want to see what the game has to offer. If there's a side quest and I find it, great. If not, whatever, I'm looking in the area, I'm finding something, and I'm keeping it moving. Because if I beat this game, all bets are off. I'm not coming back. I don't give two shits. I don't care. You wanted me to find something about this game that was so amazing. You should have put it in the damn story. You should have led me to it, because I don't want to be roaming around this shit for no damn reason. I want to have a purpose for it. I know, call me old school or call me dumb. I don't care. But that's the way I am. If I play the game and I beat it, then I'm done. I'm done. The DLCs have to have a basically a whole brand new storyline. And I'm talking about it better be like an hour or 2 hours out of my life that it's going to take in order for me to come back to said game. If not, goodbye. I'm starting to play the original Spider-Man game for that came out on the PlayStation, the Spider-Man 1, not that travesty that came out last. I'm talking about the first Spider-Man game. I'm playing that again because it has like a whole crap load of DLCs that was on there. So I'm like, I haven't played this in years. Let me play it again to see it from scratch. And I love the damn game. I'm playing it. Miles Morales was okay. But this last Spider-Man, nah. I mean, it kind of annoyed me when I played the Miles Morales because of the fact that they had Cuban flags when he's in basically Little San Juan, if you want to call it that. He's in a Puerto Rican neighborhood, but they got Cuban flags hanging everywhere. I'm like, you got the wrong flag. Hell, even in his house, his home, there's whatever. This has been a rant. This has been a total rant. I just find it crazy that people can get this way. You know, I find it annoying how people can get so bent out of shape over something that someone created. It's a game. And you hear it a lot. If you don't like it, why don't you get out there and make your own? If they knew, I think they would. But at the same time, that's also a poor attitude to have towards somebody. You're the consumer. You're the customer. Yeah, I don't believe in the customer's always right, but if I want you to play my damn game, you best believe I'm catering to anybody and everybody in order to play that. Come and play my game. And I'll make sure I install little tidbits that everybody can be involved. Not just one specific thing, one specific person. Yeah. Talking about it too, I kind of missed that game. I think it was Saints Row 2. Because I never played Saints Row 1. Saints Row 2 is the one that got me into it because they had that pimp that used a voice box to talk. He had that little voice box, and you had to rescue him from this gimp gang or whatever, the ones that were into like S&M and whatnot. Like Saints Row 3 was fun too, still, but Saints Row 2 is what got me into Saints Row. Period. Hell, I wasn't really even big into RPG type style game. At least I think it's an RPG. Final Fantasy is an RPG, right? I like it's weird. I've played games all my life and I don't know the terminologies for these things. But I was introduced to Final Fantasy from a freaking an employee at GameStop when GameStop employees were actually gamers and not just there for a damn job. He saw me walking around the store and he's just like, yo, if you like this game, if you like, you're looking for a game, like, what are you looking for? I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to find this thing, but I'm not seeing it here or whatever. And he's like, you ever try Final Fantasy? I'm like, nah. He goes, yo, try this one right here, Final Fantasy 7. I'll go, shouldn't I try it from the first one? He's like, nah, they don't have it for the PlayStation like that. But this doesn't like take off from there. It's basically a whole new story, period. So I think you'll enjoy this. And if you don't, whatever, it's used, you can return it and whatnot. I'm like, word. I took that game, went with it, freaking fell in love with it. Fell in love with the game. Another one that I was introduced to, well, actually, it was two games that I was introduced to, and it was from a female employee over at GameStop. And it was Ratchet and Clank and Tenshu Stealth Assassins, which introduced me to Onimusha Warlords. Like, I love those freaking games. I was actually looking, my buddy and I, we were talking about them recreating Soul Reaver. That was an awesome game to play. It's crazy how all these games, you look at them now and it's basically falling wayward. Like, that was a true fantasy. You got a guy that was roaming through these worlds, attacking things, beating bosses or whatever, just to come to find out that he was the soul of a sword from this particular person that he considered his enemy. And I think the last one when he found out it was called The Legacy of Kain, I think it was. Which, got me. Thanks for the like, Spaceman. Which got me like, wow. Really, I never even saw that coming. Castlevania, another one. I didn't know the fool was Dracula. But that's the games that came out. These are the games we played. Ratchet and Clank I like until the last one. The last one didn't even feel like Ratchet and Clank. It was basically the female version. I think it was like Rivet. I forgot her name. But it was just like, it's not Ratchet and Clank, dude. You just passing the torch onto the female character and you're basically making it about the female character. So why even bother calling it Ratchet and Clank? Call it by the girls. I don't mind. It was still fun to play somewhat. It was just annoying that you have the name of these particular individuals and they were basically sidelined. Yeah, they played a little bit here and there, but not much. Not much in-depth story into it. Like, it's insulting. They were saying that, the women want, girl boss, games. But they took other games and just swapped it around. And I'm like, as a woman, you should be mad. Why are you creating something like this from another character, from another game? No. Give me something new. So then they give you Stellar Blade. You know what was a good one that had a female protagonist? And I know it's old as hell, but it was still a freaking, again, my personal opinion, Heavenly Sword. Heavenly Sword. It was a female character, red hair, and it played like God of War. Female character though. I mean, granted, it wasn't as many as they have now, but you look at the games now, and I feel like it's insulting. Hell, One of my friends at work, she plays video games. And she goes, Jay, don't you find it weird that every game that they introduce now in a commercial has a female protagonist or a female person as the playthrough? Again, boo boo, you're telling me this. You're on social media as well. Why don't you make a video? Why do I gotta be it? I'm a guy. Yes, I have boobs, but that's because I'm fat. I can't talk on that half. That's you. Tell your female friends, like, yo, you should be mad about this. Don't tell the dude to tell the ladies, because now I'm basically mansplaining. I don't need that drama. But it's what it is now. Everything's a female character. And it's like, you're disrespectful. You're disrespectful. You're making this game and you're throwing a woman in there because you don't want the women to come at you, be like, oh, here we go, another game with a guy in it. No. Give it a proper story. Go, do it. They did it with Stellar Blade. They did it with another game there. But it's old as shit. Tomb Raider, Bayonetta, which was a freaking awesome game too. Where I really wish I could play that game again. Bayonetta. But that Heavenly Sword, God, it's Phoenix something. But games like that die off so damn quick. It dies off so damn quick. It's weird. I find it difficult to see that. You know, like they make these games, and again, I know I'm going all over the place, but Anthem. Do you remember Anthem? It was basically a robotic cybernetic suit that you would wear, and you had to fight these aliens and whatnot. The game was so damn fast, it killed me. It killed me to see it over so quickly. And they had the flight mechanics down pat. It made you feel like Iron Man. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, if you feel like you failed on this, because people were like, yo, you left so many questions unanswered. So many questions. Go back. Work on it. And they were like, no, we got your money. Bye. They're just leaving the game to die. I don't even know if it's the servers are still active. But it was a great game to play. The flight mechanics were amazing. I'm like, yo, if anything, whoever takes the ownership of this franchise should probably make an Iron Man game out of it. To have those type of flight mechanics, that would be amazing. No. They just let it go. We got your money. Bye. Deuces. Kick rocks. We good. But yeah, you got a person who makes $23 million a year telling you that you're at fault because you wanted a regular RPG when it should have been live service. Sorry, you want more money out of my pocket. I'm not going to give it to you. Call of Duty does that all the time. But Call of Duty is starting to lose people themselves because they're starting to go the way of Fortnite. Here you are running around, killing what you thought would be, well, excuse me, I can't say that word. It's kind of bad. What you are. You're unaliving soldiers. At least that's what you thought until you're, unaliving a person who you thought was a soldier, but it's a person in a dragon suit. You have a king shark in a 3-piece suit running around with firearms. Right now, I think it's the Terminator. You have literally Arnold Schwarzenegger and the T-800, I think it is, running around fighting. What the hell? You have rap artists. You can be rap artists. You could be Cardi B. You could be, who was the last one I saw? Snoop Dogg. But at least Snoop Dogg plays the game, so I see why they added him to it. But you had 21 Savage in there. You have Cardi B. And I'm like, what? I don't. Why are they here? Who's next? Who's next? Fortnite has everybody involved. You had played as Kratos and whatnot, and that was crazy to see Kratos on Fortnite doing the weird ass Fortnite dance. I'm like, oh my god, you just took a man who was known as being a manly man, a man's man, and making him do that whole weird ass dance. I mean, I can't stand Fortnite. I call it Carpenters of Duty because I'm sorry, if you're supposed to be fighting, you build a house, dude. Nah. Be there, fight. Brat, brat, brat. That's it. It's be done. I was told that they took that away, but I'm not into that game enough to download it. Marvel Rivals I've downloaded, but I've never really gotten around to playing it, and I heard good things about it. The thing is, I'm not a PvP type person. I like PvE. I like co-op. Let's play that. Like, I got Atlas Fallen because my buddy told me about it, and it's supposed to be a co-op game, and he told me it was fun. I downloaded that. I had Sea of Thieves, which I'm not big on PvP, like I said, but to play with the homies is fun. Matter of fact, Corey, who should hopefully is still here, I play with Corey and my boy Cajun. Well, you'll see him once in a while. He pops up on here. That's Colby. And yo, we have a grand old time on that freaking game. Like, it is fun as hell. Yeah, I mean, I like the fact that you can play as these characters and whatnot, but like, we were playing on Forza. Forza is fun. But I think that's more like co-op. I don't think that's PvP. But then again, it's not like that, you know? But I'm looking forward to some of these games. But last year, 2024 was horrible for video games. Horrible. Like, absolutely disgusting. Some of these games that came out were bad. It got to the point that I was mainly playing scary games because there was nothing out there. You had the only games that I played to completion and I had fun playing was Warhammer 40K and Black Myth Wukong and oh my god, what's that other one? High on Life, but I don't think that came out in 2024. I think that was 2023. But yeah, playing those games, it was crazy. And that was it. I had to resolve to playing scary games because you guys liked it when I panicked. You guys liked it when I was being a scared little shit. I'm sorry. If I'm going to play a scary game, give me a weapon. I hate the fact that I got to run and hide. Again, that's how I choose to play. That's the way I like to play it. But that's me. I like certain things. You like certain things. Doesn't mean that we can't be friends, that we can't continue gaming. Corey likes playing Farming Simulator by himself sometimes. And I'm like, I'd rather watch grass grow. I'd rather watch paint dry than to play that game by myself. Same thing with Sea of Thieves. To do that by myself, to deal with, I'm all set. I'd rather kick myself in the nuts multiple times than to try and play a game like Sea of Thieves by myself, than to try to grow crops on Farming Simulator. I cannot stand it. But to play with my friends, hell yeah. I got Call of Duty. Again, didn't pay for it because I have the Game Pass, so it was free on Game Pass. Technically, I'm paying a subscription, so it's not really free. But that's the only reason why I would have Call of Duty when it was just me on the PlayStation. You guys gave me Call of Duty. I lost my interest in Call of Duty in Black Ops 2. Or was it 3? Where it stopped becoming about the story and started becoming more about the online aspect, the multiplayer aspect. That's when I lost my thing. They were like, yo, they lost me completely. I loved the stories in Call of Duty. I loved the stories in Battlefield. But the moment it went straight to PvP and all that stuff, it was, nah, I'm all set, bro. It's not my cup of tea. And I played when Call of Duty first came out here, the last Call of Duty. They're like, yo, you gonna get online? For what? Yo, we're gonna play multiplayer right now. I'm like, yeah, I'm playing the story. Dude, the story? Get out of here, bro. That's whack. I'm like, well, this is what I like. I want to play the story first, and then I'll play online. Like, let me get rid of the story. Hell, it got to the point that PlayStation was doing that. Like a PlayStation, Call of Duty was doing that. They shut down the servers so people can play their story. Because, you know, they took the time to make the story. They worked hard to create that story for you. But no one cared because they were all on the freaking multiplayer side. Everybody wanted to be with Warzone. Everybody wanted to play Domination. So people actually did not play the game until they opened up the servers, because they're like, we're gonna hold off on turning on those servers for, I don't know, 4 days, 5 days, and they waited the 4 days, and the moment they activated it, poof. Everybody was off to the races. It's funny. I started this stream an hour ago complaining about how gaming companies would be greedy and be lazy. And here we are talking about games and how they made me happy, how they made us happy, excuse me. I wanted to be angry. I wanted to be. I still am, kind of. The fact that you're going to try to hustle me out of money, more money, and you're not even putting the effort in. Coming up with incomplete nonsense and then expect me to be happy about it. Like, the only game I'm looking forward to right now is Monster Hunter. The new Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter Wilds. That's the only game I'm looking forward to. I lost all hope in Assassin's Creed Shadows. Too much nonsense there. Like, I found that disrespectful. I was gonna play Avowed, but I don't know. Yeah, I heard good things about that one, the new Fable. But if I remember correctly, I think, yeah, I know, you don't know, you're right. It should still be. But who knows? Who knows? It all depends on what they choose to do with it. Everything, like, a lot of things have come to light. A lot of weird aspects in this whole gaming community and political nonsense have come to light because of it. You find out that they're investing money in these companies to push certain things, and you're like, really? But then again, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. You know, you see these things in movies. You have this company committing some type of crime and sending so much money to make people think of something else. But if you're paying that money, I'm not gonna hate you for it. You got to make that money. It is what it is. You know, whether you choose to sell your soul over it, that ain't got nothing to do with me. That's on you. That's on you. I'm not going to sell my soul for a piece of change. My gaming is because of you guys. All this big ass monitor, this big ass computer, this camera that's recording me right now, this fancy ass mouse. This fancy ass keyboard. All this shit is you. All this shit is you. My Xbox, my PS5, my Xbox X, my Nintendo Switch, that was you. You guys had that belief in me to get me that. Never did I think I'll be able to get this type of thing. I was doing this shit for shits and giggles. I'm not no big ass streamer. I'm not no freaking, streaming star or whatever the hell it is. But I met a lot of great people. I met a lot of great people doing this. And they introduced me to great people as well. Hell, again, if you are happy that the fact that I'm streaming here, you got to thank Rebel the Scum. He's on TikTok. Thank Rebel the Scum. Because all I did was go live with him once, and I wasn't even live. I was just playing my PlayStation and playing with him while he was streaming. And when people found out that we knew each other, they were like, yo, you should do this too. And I was just like, okay, I'll do it. And then I tried it, and I'm like, man, I would love to know this, but Rebel wasn't really knowledgeable in it. But I had friends in this TikTok application that were like, yo, I stream. You need help? Word. A Beast 2115, Rambo Rabbit, Super Jimmy. Like, these guys came and they helped me with this. They helped me. Told me, what apps to use to stream, how to use certain applications. Hell, this freaking mic that I'm talking through you with. They're like, yo, get this streaming card there. A capture card is what they call it. Use this capture card to stream your PlayStation. I started off on a PlayStation. Now I'm on a PC. Never in my life did I think I was going to be on a damn PC. I was always told that PC master race, blah, 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 blah. Okay. You got PC money? Because I sure as shit don't. But started off with my little PS4. PS5 came around. Somebody blessed me with a PS5, well, with the chance to purchase it. And I purchased it. And then all of a sudden I'm on vacation in Vermont. Somebody recognized me. And they're like, yo, you play Xbox? Nah. I'm a diehard PlayStation fan, bro. Yo, you should try playing the Xbox. All right, brother. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you, bro. I got an Xbox Series X. Again, I bought it, but he gave me that opportunity to purchase it because you know how difficult things were going. We were just getting out from COVID. He gave me that option. I bought it and I got it. Same thing with the Nintendo Switch. I got the option. I got it. Then my brother blessed me with a gaming PC that was outdated, but he figured, yo, it's a good way to break it in. And then when I started doing this again over here on TikTok, Streamlabs gave me the option to stream on TikTok. I'm like, you know what? If they can do this for me, because before, in order for me to stream on TikTok, you needed a stream key. And I wasn't quote unquote famous enough for that or well known enough for that. So they never gave me the stream key. I'm like, whatever, I'll stay on YouTube and I'll stay on Twitch. But then Streamlabs is like, yo, we can get you to stream if you want. I'm like, all right, I'll give it a shot. Then I started streaming over here. And then all of a sudden, when they find out, I found out that a lot of you guys are PC gamers. And I get this whole big behemoth. And I'm eternally grateful for it. But That's enough for me. I think I will, yeah, an hour and 10 minutes of your life that I know you guys won't get back. I just wanted to get it all off of my chest. I know this wasn't, I was just chatting. It was a rant. There was no topic. I was just all over the place with my anger because things have gotten weird and I just had to get it off my chest because I needed some outlet, you know. And I thank Corey for stopping by, to give me that back and forth because all I'm doing really is just talking into a camera and then looking at my monitor to see who's there. And, it helps. It helps. But I am eternally grateful. Eternally grateful for all of you because this is where I'm at right now. I am streaming on a computer that you guys basically built for me. And, we hear. I think the only thing that I have that I bought out of all this stuff, this headset and this mic. Oh, and this arm. That's the only thing that's left from when I started streaming. Everything here is from you guys. So thank you. And I appreciate you. I'll get back to streaming normal games after this. I think I'll just make recordings of this because me talking by myself is weird. And I know I shouldn't be acting like this because I've been doing it for a while, but Thank you very much for joining me this evening. I appreciate you. To those of you on YouTube that are watching me right now, if you liked what you saw or you are liking it, feel free to give me a like. Helps me with the algorithm. Same thing over here on TikTok. If you like the stream, it helps me out with the algorithm. And if you liking what you saw, follow a brother over on TikTok or subscribe if you're on YouTube. Don't forget to hit that little notification bell, let you know when I'm on next time. And to those who are on YouTube, if you didn't like it, then by all means, give me that thumbs down. But if you're going to give me that thumbs down, let me know what I could do to improve in the comments, all right? Either way, I appreciate you guys supporting me, okay? Those of you on Twitch, you know what to do. If not following me, follow a brother. And if you're loving it, subscribe because, like I said, everybody on TikTok and on Twitch and on YouTube, all this stuff here is because of you. But I think it's mainly TikTok. I'm sorry, because none of this shit happened when I was just streaming on the other two. No disrespect. I still love you guys. But TT came through for your boy. That's my opinion, and that's what I feel because holy shit. Okay. My lady is like, yo, instead of asking for this shit, why don't you ask for a house? But anywho, yo, dead ass, thank you very much. I love you guys. Yeah, that's it. That's all. If you want to follow me on my other social medias, the links are in the bio. You know what I'm saying? But I'll leave you alone. Thank you again for giving me your ear, huh? And as always, mi gente, like I said, love you guys. I am J-Ball Asesino. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay blessed. And like always, I holla. Deuces.
And as always, this has been
another one.